After a blockbuster event in the A-Division, we return to the three-part course for the sixth event in the Team Quadrilla Marble League Season 4 B-Division, the Triathlon. We're getting into the home stretch of events now, not just in the B-Division but in the Team Quadrilla Marble League as a whole. With just 2 B-Division events after this one, this is where teams really need to make their mark. This is going to be so important for so many of our teams, the ones at the top of the standings hoping to make a title charge with how close it is up top, the ones at the bottom of the standings hoping to get out of that bottom 4 relegation zone. And last time around that we saw in the triathlon, anything can happen with the quadrilla, the gravel tracks and the water. This is the event where it's not over until it's over at the end of that water section. As you look at the standings after event 5, Pumpkin Patch have a 1-point lead over the Blue Lotus, and Bobble Squad, Amber Animals, and the Icicles tied on 58 points. Mountain Climbers just 2 points behind them. It is 10 points between 1st and 6th place in the standings. Any of them could take the lead after this event. We're going to get started with heat number 1. Pumpkin Patch, Team Nectar, Rock Pools, and the Nickel Knights. Nickel Knights and Pumpkin Patch on the left side, and it's Team Nectar and the Rock Pools on the right. Who'll take the lead out of the funnels. We'll have to see. It looks like Team Nectar. Ooh, no, Nickel Knights will have the lead in the quadrilla. Some collisions there between Rock Pools and Pumpkin Patch, but everyone's pretty close as they go to the gravel tracks. Nickel Knights have the lead. Team Nectar will take it from them in the gravel track section. Rock Pools trying to have a look. Nickel Knights will extend their advantage and almost get by Team Nectar. It's going to be very close in the water section at the end. But regardless, the Nickel Knights and Team Nectar are both going to be moving on. Rock Pools are knocked out. Pumpkin Patch's championship leaders are knocked out. This opens the door for so many of the other teams, but look at the Nickel Knights here, getting in the draft at the bottom. It's going to be so close, crossing the line side by side with Team Nectar. Team Nectar by 1/100th of a second pips that happen of the Nickel Knights, but that's the kind of race we like to be seeing in the triathlon. And the Nickel Knights in that bottom 3, the bottom 2, they are needing some good points here as we get into the second heat. Oh, Hazelnuts jumping over the barrier there. They're still going on the right side with the Deserters. It's Amber Animals and Treat Fleet on the left side. Oh, Treat Fleet very slow, but they have the lead ahead of the Amber Animals. It's the Hazelnuts Deserters bringing up the rear in the back. Oh, a lot of collisions there as they enter the gravel tracks. Treat Fleet still have the lead. Amber Animals in second place. Hazelnuts try to have a look there, and they're going to pass them in the water section. Hazelnuts tried to have a look as they enter the water, didn't manage to do it then. In the water section, they get by the Amber Animals, and the Amber Animals are going to be knocked out. Hazelnuts with their captain Hazel, a brilliant move in the water section of the 11th hour, and they are moving on along with the Treat Fleet. And the Deserters well off the pace of the top 3 here as those two are colliding and trying to get out in front of the end of the course. The Deserters just nowhere to be seen. With the Nickel Knights advancing, it is looking very rough for them. But regardless, Treat Fleet and the Hazelnuts are going to be moving on as they go to heat number 3. Blue Lotus, Icicles, Efficient Eggs, and the Celestials. With the Pumpkin Patch not advancing, this opens the door for the Blue Lotus to potentially take the lead in the B-Division after this event. They'll have the lead in this race in the Quadrilla section, and it's the Efficient Eggs who are getting passed by the Celestials. Those two teams very close towards the relegation zone at the bottom. Some collisions there. Efficient Eggs almost coming to a stop. Here are the Icicles trying to make a charge. Blue Lotus look like they have this race tied up. Icicles in second place. Oh, a collision there between the Celestials and the Efficient Eggs. The Efficient Eggs almost had a look on the Icicles and almost got by for second place. The Icicles laid down the block beautifully, and they're going to hold on for second place. I think the Celestials, with their captain Cosmos, bumped Omelette of the Efficient Eggs under the water there as they entered it. There you can see here, oh, a huge hit. Celestials pretty much coming to a stop. Efficient Eggs, they were so much faster than the Icicles. If the Icicles just weren't in their way, the Efficient Eggs would surely have advanced, but they did not. Celestials, a very slow time for them. But nonetheless, Hydrangea and Stalagmite are going to move on as they go to heat number 4. Bobble Squad, Mountain Climbers, Bacon Brawlers, and Heliospheres in this one. A very red heat, and 2 reserves in this one with Summit and Panketta. The Mountain Climbers on the left side with the Heliospheres. There's the Bacon Brawlers and the Bobble Squad. Bacon Brawlers looking speedy in the quadrilla, taking the lead as they enter the gravel tracks. Bacon Brawlers and the Bobble Squad have taken second place. Mountain Climbers have fallen to third. Here comes the Heliospheres, a dive bomb move without get past in the water section. And it's going to be the Bobble Squad and the Bacon Brawlers that hold on for advancement at the bottom. Mountain Climbers fell from first to third in this race. Here's the Heliospheres towards the end of the gravel tracks, making a dive ball move, trying to get into that advancement position, just get blocked by the Bobble Squad as they enter the water. And the Bobble Squad, a brilliant move towards the end there, passing the Bacon Brothers. They did not have to do that, but by 400ths of a second, Tinsel will get the win ahead of Panketta here. As we look at 9th through 16th, Gord managed to get the best of the rest. That's pretty good for them. Mountain Climbers in 10th, Amber Animals in 11th. Those three teams are all towards the top of the standings as they go to the semi-finals. Sap, Hazel, Hydrangea, and Panketta with the Bacon Brothers and Team Nectar on the left side. Blue Lotus and the Hazelnuts on the right. Who's going to take the lead? Blue Lotus look pretty quick. Bacon Brawlers as well from the left side. Bacon Brawlers marginally have the lead, but Blue Lotus is right with them as they enter the grabber tracks. The other teams are catching up to do. Blue Lotus almost getting on the track, and Team Nectar does the same. Team Nectar is now in second place. Bacon Brawlers will take it back. Bacon Brawlers, will they hold on? It looks like they will. Along with the Blue Lotus and the Bacon Brawlers are going to advance. Blue Lotus also, they might have DNF'd there, and Team Nectar just did the exact same thing, taking that slip road to get back on the course. Team Nectar had second place for a lot of this grab tracks run, and then a great move by Panketta, the reserve of the Bacon Brawlers, to get into second place. And in the water section, they were just too far ahead for Team Nectar to get in that draft and get by them. So Team Nectar and the Hazelnuts are going to be knocked out here. Blue Lotus and the Bacon Brawlers are going to the final. This is looking great for the Blue Lotus especially to try to take the lead in the B-Division. And now in the second semi-final, Nickel Knights, Treat Fleet, Icicles, and the Bobble Squad. Icicles and Bobble Squad, two teams also very high up in the standings. You know, the Nickel Knights, the opposite for them. They're trying to advance. They look like they have the lead coming from the right. No, it's the Bobble Squad from the left. Bobble Squad well out in front now. And the Treat Fleet hounding the Nickel Knights and the Quadrilla. Bobble Squad look very comfortable out in front. Here come the Nickel Knights and the Treat Fleet. Nickel Knights will take the lead as they enter the water. Bobble Squad in second place still, though. They will hold on. And the Nickel Knights are going to the final. They're getting their best results since Season 1. Could be getting their first medal since Season 1. A brilliant performance so far by Nickel, the captain of the Nickel Knights. A great dive one move there to get in the lead in the grab tracks. The Bobble Squad do manage to hold on though, and the Bobble Squad, coming off 2 medals in the last 2 B-Division events, they also could be on for their 3rd medal in a row. Butterscotch and Stalagmite are going to be knocked out here. Butterscotch of the Treat Fleet does get 5th place. Very consistent is the Treat Fleet in this B-Division, and it's Team Nectar, Icicles, and the Hazelnuts. But now, for the final, Blue Lotus, Bobble Squad, Bacon Brawlers, and the Nickel Knights. Blue Lotus and Bobble Squad, 2nd and 3rd in the championship. One of them could take the lead here. Bacon Brawlers and Nickel Knights, neither of them have got a podium in this B-Division. Nickel Knights very down in the standings, but they have the lead right now. Bobble Squad's right with them. And a collision there puts the Bobble Squad on the lead. Nickel Knights getting stopped in the Quadrilla section. Bacon Brawlers also trying to contend for the win here. Bobble Squad well out in front. Blue Lotus is now taking 3rd place. Bobble Squad will get out in front, and the Nickel Knights a move at the entry of the water section. Nickel Knights will pass the Blue Lotus and will get the bronze. Bobble Squad will hold on for the gold medal. That's their 3rd medal in a row, and 2 golds in 3 events. Bacon Brawlers will hold on for the silver, but look at this move from the Nickel Knights, their captain, bumping the Blue Lotus as they enter the water and relegating them to 4th place. And the Nickel Knights will get their first podium since Season 1 and some much needed points to try to get out of that relegation zone. Well done to the Nickel Knights, Bacon Brawlers, and the Bobble Squad. These two top 3 doing very well to make the podium in the triathlon. So after event 6 of the B-Division, the Bobble Squad with that gold medal take the lead with just 2 events to go ahead of the Blue Lotus and the Pumpkin Patch. Icicles, Bacon Brawlers in 4th and 5th. In the relegation zone, Celestial's still there. Nickel Knights jump to 14th with that bronze. That's Heliospheres and Deserters. The bottom 2 can no longer make the podium. The bottom 5 can no longer win the B-Division, but everyone is still in it to try to get out of that relegation zone with just 2 events to go. The next event will be the elimination race in the A-Division, then the Quadrilla Descent.